Folks, welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're heading up to Iron River to fish multi-species.
Hey, John Gillespie!
This is phenomenal. Massive Slavosaurus Big Butt Muscalungo. Hey guys, I got an 11 pounder. Look at that thing, man. Oh no. Look at the tummy on that thing.
That's a toad.
Yes, folks, today is September the 6th, but it actually feels more like November the 6th, right, Josh?
That's cold.
Well, we're up on the Pike Chain in Bayfield County with Captain Josh Teigen. And Josh, you said over the weekend, actually yesterday, it was 75 degrees. We drove up here, stopped in Minnow for gas, 49 degrees and rain.
Wow.
So this is a really tough cold front, but fishing up here has been really good.
It has been good lately. I'm sure it'll slow down a little bit with the cold front, but we should still be able to catch quite a few fish.
One of the reasons I love fishing the Pike Chain is the versatility. Now, we could actually catch what here?
We could catch anything, walleyes, bass, pike, even maybe a muskie, anything.
Really?
Yep.
Well, it should be a good day in spite of the cold front, but man, I'm not quite ready for this cold weather yet, are you?
Way too early.
Well, it'll warm up again before the snow flies. Hey folks, we'll show what we're using and how we're using it, all of that coming up right after this. Hey folks, as you know, I switched to an Evinrude E-Tech G2 this year. I couldn't be happier. My E-Tech G2 is cutting-edge innovation at its finest, and along with the Recon 2185, the performance and fuel economy I'm getting with this boat package is better than anything on the market. And now my friends at Mills Fleet Farm and Evinrude would like to share this experience with you. From now until October the 15th, go to any Mills Fleet Farm store and enter the Evinrude and Mills Fleet Farm Summer on the Water sweepstakes for your chance to win an Evinrude E-Tech G2 and Recon 985 SC boat package along with some other great prizes. And make sure to check out the full Evinrude lineup at evinrude.com. Folks, I'll tell you what, the greatest addition that we've had this summer, other than Baby William, is the Quick Set Tent by Clam. Is this awesome or what?
Yeah, super awesome.
Super awesome. The cool thing is it sets up in 40 to 45 seconds. One person can do it, and it's good to go. But look at how big it is on the inside. There's plenty of room for a picnic table and 8 chairs. Everybody sits in there and enjoys themselves. Again, the Quick Set by Clam sets up in 45 seconds.
It's shady and completely bug-free. I love the Quick Set by Clam. Check out all the Quick Set models at clamoutdoors.com.
From the makers of the best-selling Yamaha Grizzly and Kodiak 700 comes the all-new Kodiak 450, the world's only midsize ATV with Yamaha-proven off-road capability, all-day comfort, and confidence-inspired performance. The all-new Kodiak 450, starting at just $59.99.
Mills Fleet Farm is growing, and we're celebrating with special savings for everyone. Start hunting season off with the Cloak Pro Gain camera, $69.99. Get ready for cool weather. Superior hardwood fuel pellets are on sale, 40 pounds, $3.99. Protect your lawn with Superior Winterizer Fertilizer, only $14.99. And Resolute Conventional Motor Oil has a low sale price, $1.69 a quart. At Mills Fleet Farm's chain-wide celebration.
Oh, look at that. What do you think?
Oh, it was a fighter.
You got my brand new Techna AV Fenwick rod there. It's really light. How do they fight on there?
Oh, amazing. From Berkeley.
Yeah, well, from Berkeley, you're right. But I'll tell you what, that's a beautiful bass in anybody's book, isn't it?
Yeah, my wrist hurt.
Why?
It was a fighter.
Hey, welcome back, folks. That was my daughter Blake 11 years ago catching a fish up in northern Wisconsin. And a special announcement today. Blake, welcome. You're joining our show, correct?
I sure am.
And what are you going to be doing with the social media for the program?
Basically trying to incorporate more of what's going on behind the scenes and about your show on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
And you're going to be fishing with us a lot and co-hosting the program several times a month. And I wanted to ask you, too, what about YouTube?
Well, if you want to check out any of my dad's show, just type John Gillespie on YouTube.
Well, welcome aboard. And as I said at the top of the program, today we're on the Pike Chain up in Bayfield County. A little chilly for your first day.
It is, but we're going to have fun.
And who's our guide?
Josh.
Here we go, Josh in the back there, buddy. No, I think I can flip this guy in. Here he comes. It is going to be a smallie or a largemouth. That's not bad. Good way to start the day. And folks, what I'm using here is a weenie worm, and that's by Kalin's, and you can just see it right here. And just kind of wacky rigging it. And Josh, the weenie worm's been hot this year, hasn't it?
Yeah, they've been working really good this year, John. We've caught a lot of fish on them.
Oh,
Nice
what has she got there, Josh-a-roo? Blake, turn around and smile. Nobody wants to see the back of your head there.
Here, flip that
What
one.
do we got?
Oh, yeah. Not a bad smallie.
No, not bad at all.
Nice.
Now,
Look at
Josh, you guys have been averaging a
There we
lot of
go.
fish per day, but Blake, how did that one bite?
At first, I thought it was just a small guy, and then it started fighting harder, and look at that, not bad.
No, they're fun, aren't they? They fight hard.
They sure do.
Now, Josh, is it unusual to see the smallies mixed in with the largemouth?
Out here, no, they'll be together.
Really?
They'll be right on the weed edge, just like the largemouth.
Have you
are.
gotten any big ones?
Yeah, we actually got a 5.5 pounder a few days ago.
Oh,
so there's some
really?
big ones out here too. That one's, maybe a couple pounds, but they'll get bigger.
What do you got
That
there,
one's
Josh?
done.
All right.
I
Ooh,
don't
here he
know.
comes.
Oh, it's a walleye.
Oh, nicely
All right.
done.
There we go.
Walk up to the camera with that.
Yeah,
And you grew up on this pike chain, right?
I did, yep.
And what's interesting, it is a grab bag.
It is. You just never know what you're going to catch. I mean, so far we got smallmouth, largemouth, and now a walleye.
Hey, Josh.
Yellow
Whoa,
John,
back in
I'm
the
coming.
boat. I wonder if this is a northern or, whoa, not a bad pike, though. I mean, if you're going to eat pike, I guess
Yeah.
that's about the size you want.
Don't let them pour in.
Yeah. Now that adds to our grab bag there.
Yeah,
But are there size limits on the pike up here, buddy?
there is not. You can keep 5 a day.
And actually, if you clean these, and this is actually, folks, believe it or not, a good size to keep. I love that back strap up there, don't you?
It's good, yep.
How do you clean them?
Yeah, I take that back strap off, and then you get a little meat on the sides too.
Yeah.
And like you said, that back strap's good.
Isn't it? Yeah. Well, let's see. That's largemouth, walleye, and pike.
And smallmouth.
And we've been out here a few minutes.
Yep.
I got one.
Way to
All
go,
right, way to
Blake. All right. Let's see.
Needed
What was
that.
she using there, Josh?
That was on the Wack-O worm.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, nice
Another medium-sized
Nice.
bass.
Not
And
bad.
Want to hold him?
good job there,
that.
Blake.
Not bad.
Hey, Josh, I really think this cold front has put a little damper on the bigger fish today.
You're not
huh?
kidding. It's got them shut down, that's for sure.
Have you guys been averaging a lot of big fish?
Believe it or not, we've been averaging at least 10 to 25 a day.
Really?
Big ones, but a lot of little ones too. But they're
Well,
not.
hang in there, Blake. You're going to get a big one. 48 degrees, raining out, catching bass. Ooh, here you go. Way to go,
Oh,
Blake. There we
nice.
go.
Nice job. That's, a
That's
good one.
actually a decent
Little
one. Is
better.
that about the average size there, Josh? You've been getting?
Yep, this is about the average. It hasn't been today, but
No, that's a
it's not a
nice
bad one.
bass. Blake, what happened with that one?
Wow, that one came out of nowhere.
Now, today is September the 6th, your first day of work, and as we said before, when you caught that bass, the weather's not very good, is it?
It isn't, but hey, we're still out here, there's still some hope, right?
Well, folks, we literally got rained off the water last night, didn't we, Blake?
We sure did.
And that was a cold rain, Josh. Woke up this morning, 48 degrees, still chilly for September the 7th, but today we're gonna go for?
we're gonna go for largemouth and pike today.
All right, and we're using what?
Wacky worms and some jerk minnows.
Whoa, Blake!
Oh, it's a
Oh, what do
It's
you?
a nice
Now,
one.
don't pump your rod. Just do it straight.
Yep,
yeah,
just
just
keep
keep it in
reeling.
the air.
There you go.
Ooh, what do we got here, Josh?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Ooh.
Oh, big bass. Oh my gosh.
gosh.
Way to go.
Blake Gillespie.
Nice.
Wait till you
That's my
folks.
biggest one.
Look at that one.
This is a giant Slugosaurus.
There, you want to
Now
hold him?
that's a slavo.
That's a
Isn't that
giant.
gorgeous? What'd you get him on,
He's
Blake?
heavy.
Oh,
That was on the Wack-O worm.
Oh.
wow.
Now, if we had Facebook right now or Instagram, what would you do?
Definitely gonna post this one.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Well, we wanted to get a picture of you holding your bass with me there, and I've got one on, Josh. Here he comes.
Wow.
There we go. Now, this is actually a decent bass right here. What I want to do is hold that up next to yours, and I'll tell you what, that's a 5-pounder, Josh, isn't it, that Blake has?
Oh yeah, that's a 5 for sure, John.
Yeah, we're going to release that fish quickly, but mine's about a 13-incher, and you can get an idea, folks, about the difference in size. That's your biggest bass ever?
Ever.
They're hitting that jerko, man. This is the cast after we just released those two. The we are.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's a better
that's
one.
a nice one right there. But now we're going to be comparing everything to the
Yeah,
one
that's the
Blake caught,
problem.
you know? Look at hold him out, though. That's a really nice bass. And so it is interesting, though, folks. Blake caught that big one, and I've had 3 bites on the edge of that weed bed in about 16 feet of water. So they are schooled up.
They are schooled up right now, yep. Got another one.
I know, this is amazing,
Oh,
folks.
another nice one.
This is just amazing to me how many fish are stacked up on that weed edge. Can you flip them or you need a net?
I might just grab, get the
Get the net,
frable.
Blake. Get the net, Blake.
This is a nice fish. It's not as big as Blake's, but it's a dandy.
Well, I don't think we're going to get one as big as Blake's.
No.
Oh, that's another beautiful bass.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
All
that's
right.
a 2-3 pounder right there. Oh,
yeah.
that's big.
It's bigger than that.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous fish.
Look at that one.
Look at that, folks. Isn't that beautiful? And what are you using?
I'm using a Texas rigged Wack-O worm, and you can see he ate her pretty good.
Whoa, this is a giant. This is a big fish.
Is it?
This
All
is
right.
a big fish. Oh my gosh. Look at him
Oh,
go,
my.
man. This is a real big bass, man. Yeah, holy cow.
Oh, yes.
Still not as big as Blake's, but is that a big fish,
Look
man?
at that thing. Oh, and he's
Holy
off, too.
cow. Are they this is just amazing. Wow. And that was caught, folks, on that Kalin's Jerko or jerk minnow. And Josh, you know what I like to do when we're fishing not right on the bottom is use an 1/8 ounce jig head.
Yep.
This 1/8 ounce jig head right there. I think the fall is better, don't you?
Yep, they can suck it in easier without feeling that weight.
Yeah, and it's kind of got a different fall. The lighter the jig head, the slower the fall.
Yep.
Wow, got another one.
Oh, you're hot there, Blake. I don't think you're going to beat that earlier one you caught.
I don't think so, but
Well,
hey,
let's
they're
see.
biting.
What size, Josh?
Yeah,
Not bad.
not terrible.
And you can see, folks, there's a little bit of weed there. That's what those fish are hanging around. And what? Oh, I can see your bait there. What are you using there, Blake?
This is a Kalin's Wack-O,
Yeah.
and it's weighted, so it's easier in the deeper waters to get down there faster.
There's another one, John.
Well, we went 3 casts without a bite, so I was getting pretty down. Can you flip that one?
I am gonna flip it.
All right, well, don't break your rod.
Oh, he's fighting hard. It's actually a pretty nice fish.
Well, maybe Blake should get the net.
Let's see, here we go.
Oh, Josh, there
we
now
go.
That's the pro bass flip in there. Yeah, that's another. Can you believe how many fish are stacked on this spot?
Oh, this is unreal.
And you've got the Minn Kota on spot lock right now. We haven't moved.
No, we're on spot lock. We have not moved in the past half hour. And I mean, this is probably what, number 10 or 11?
Well, there's some we haven't filmed too that are
Quite a
the
few,
smaller
yeah.
ones. The quality of these fish too is amazing. There's a few that we haven't filmed, Josh, that were small.
Yep.
But you know, when you're averaging that size bass, hold them up for the folks at home to see, and that might even be a little bit below average for today, right?
Yeah, that's a smaller one for
And
today.
folks, I got to tell you this: that Maddie B and I came up here and fished with Josh in November last year. I couldn't believe how good the bass and northern pike fishing is on some of these smaller lakes late in the fall.
It's terrific, and there's nobody that comes up. Like, literally all November I have off because everyone's hunting, but the fishing is fantastic.
And also in November, folks, on Chequamegon Bay, we always make a trip up here late November. The smallmouth and the walleye fishing is tremendous.
It is. It gets better and better the later it gets. You
Blake's got
too?
one, Josh has got one, Blake, bring yours. Blake, turn around, there you go. Josh, you got one on too, buddy.
Yep.
This, folks, this is phenomenal.
Nice.
It really is so cool to see all these fish in a school. And I caught, oh, that's a nice one, Josh. Hold them up together,
Yeah,
guys.
double.
Hey, Josh, I was reeling one in before. What did you see?
Yeah, well, you were reeling yours in. I saw 6 different largemouth chasing that one in. And usually you don't see that. You see it with smallmouth all the time, but I've never seen it with largemouth before.
Yeah. Blake, now, this is a little better than yesterday, huh?
It sure is. Sun's coming out, you know.
Boy, I'll tell you, Blake's hot today, man.
Yeah, she's on fire.
She is getting one after another, and that Wack-O is so versatile.
This
Yep.
one's fighting.
Is it fighting good?
Oh, yeah. That's a
Oh,
nice
yeah.
fish.
I am so impressed, Josh, at this fishing, buddy. Is it a good one?
We haven't even seen it yet. Oh, there it is. Oh,
wow.
there's another monster.
Oh, Blake.
Way to go.
Oh, wow.
Now
Look at that.
that's another slob.
What do you think of the bass fishing, Blake?
Wow, one after another.
Look how he ate that Wack-O jig.
Now, Blake, you grew up fishing with me. This might be one of the better largemouth days I've had. You know that?
Really? Wow, this is great.
But on the weed edge like that, Josh, and they'll stay schooled up the rest of the fall, too.
They will. They're only going to get bigger and bigger schools.
We were fishing the lakes of Iron River, Wisconsin, a 6-hour drive from Milwaukee, 7 hours from Chicago, and 3.5 hours from Minneapolis. Folks, running a big 2-stroke engine this year, I've really gotten to rely on the Amsoil HP Marine. This really makes my engine run better, doesn't it, Len?
It does. We do a lot of testing behind the scenes on these particular products, and a couple of the big things to think about is wear protection and detergency. We make sure that there's nothing building up inside that engine. We're also protecting it from wear, because these are the things you don't look at until something happens. So we make sure it doesn't.
And a lot less smoke, right?
Right. That's something that we actually do. We look at trying to produce less smoke. That's one of the major things.
And for more information on both the HP 2-stroke and 4-stroke Marine, you can go to
Amsoil.com.
The new Acme Rattlemaster has a built-in echo chamber with a brass rattle that calls fish in. The body's solid brass too and won't bend or dull, and reflects fish attracting light all over the water column. This 1-2 punch of sight and sound means you make less casts, because the fish come to you. Grip it or shake it for crappie, walleye, northern salmon, or trout, and experience multi-species action with just one bait.
Folks, when I head out to fish, I always stock up on my favorite Baitmate fish attractants. Dale, I just put that Baitmate on, man. Baitmate offers a complete line of fish attractants and convenient spray bottles for every angler and every species of fish. They've got your bait covered. I also have the newest Baitmate delivery system in my boat, Baitmate Ultra Live Game Fish Dip. Simply flip open the lid and dip your bait for even application every time, and it's ideal for frequent casting. I just dipped that in the Baitmate, you know that? Improve your chances of catching fish with Baitmate fish attractants. It just makes sense. A bass, one after another, folks, one after another. I can just flip this guy in here, Josh, I think, but look at that, man.
Nice.
Look at how they're eating that. I mean, these fish are just engulfing it, and I'm using that little jerkle.
Yep.
Can you get that one out without hurting them?
Yep.
Yeah, folks, this is incredible fishing, man.
How many casts in a row is that?
5. Josh, are you going to get a chance to fish?
I don't know. She's kicking everyone's butts.
That Wack-O is a real nice, easy bait to fish, too.
That's a decent one. It's actually a pretty good one, but compared to the giants we've been catching, it doesn't look that big.
as we are, you know?
Yep.
Blake, how are you moving that worm? Are you jiggling it?
Yeah, letting it sink a little bit, little jiggle here and there. They're biting, that's for sure.
Yeah, and are they biting on, is it a hard bite?
Yeah, they really get it right away.
No, sometimes it's just like a tick, right, Josh?
Yep, sometimes your line will just kind of tick a little bit and then you know.
We're deciding which fish to film, aren't we, Josh?
I know, it's crazy.
I mean, really.
This one might be 2.5, 3 pounds.
Oh, Blake, grab the Frable. Grab that net.
Here, I'm gonna flip him, John.
Can you really? Whoa, Josh.
That's bigger than I thought.
Now, Blake's got to be more ready with the net, doesn't she?
Well, with the bass rod, a lot of times I'll flip them, but anything bigger than this, I won't.
No, that's another gorgeous, gorgeous fish. And I want to show the folks how you're rigging that worm. It's different than
definitely.
Wack-O?
Yep, that's I'm Texas rigging it with a sliding sinker above it.
Okay, so you're just kind of pulling that along the bottom?
Yep, it's completely weedless, so I'm just throwing it out, I'm letting it sink right into the weeds, and then I pull it up and let it sink back down, and they're always gonna hit it as it's sinking back down into the weeds.
Ooh, Josh-a-roo. Whoa, this is a nice fish. Oh, look at him. There he is, dude.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Oh,
nice.
Man.
Oh.
Can you,
look at that.
I'm just so impressed, man. And you know what? You know, whenever I've used these jerk minnows, you can tell when fish are really aggressive.
Yep.
Because they hit on the drop and they hit so hard that your line actually jumps.
Yep, you'll see that tick, yep.
And that is awesome, man. Can you get that
yep,
one to show
get that out?
They're hitting so hard. I mean, these fish mean business, man.
There it is.
And there's pike in this chain too, right?
There is. There's quite a few, actually. I'm surprised we haven't caught any, but maybe it's because the largemouth are being so dominant right now.
Well, last night, man, with that rain and that cold, I didn't think that we were going to score this way.
No, I didn't either.
No, it's impressive.
We're doing really good.
Oh, Blake. Hey, we went a few minutes there without catching a fish and leave it up to Blake to find them. Is it a good one?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Blake-a-roo.
Maybe bigger.
Oh, that's another beautiful. Aren't they stout? Hey, Blake, we got a pretty cool contest going on right now, don't we?
We sure do. It's a recon boat with a 200 horsepower Evinrude motor. To enter, simple, just go to any Mills Fleet Farm store.
That's a great prize, isn't it, Josh?
That is a terrific prize.
Hey, while we're talking about boats and motors, you had a chance to run that Evinrude with me. What do you think?
I love it. It's smooth, it's fuel efficient, it's a terrific motor, and it's quiet. Usually a two-stroke, they're loud. I can't believe how quiet it is.
It gets you out of the hole pretty quick too, doesn't it?
It does.
No, I'm real happy with that Evinrude, man. And that's a beautiful bass there, Blake.
Woo!
Hey, Josh, I'm pretty excited. The NFL season opens this weekend. My Packers are playing Seattle, and your Vikings are playing?
They're playing the Saints.
On Monday night.
Monday Night Football.
Right? Well, I'll tell you what, the greatest thing for tailgating or for cooking at home during a football game to me is Johnsonville's.
Yep.
And today I got a real special treat for you. These are really my favorites. These are Johnsonville bacon and cheddar grillers. Awesome thing about these, Josh, is you just put them on the grill. They're frozen, but they only take about 15 minutes to cook. You turn them every 4 or 5 minutes, and you can tell when they're golden brown. They're delicious.
Yep.
Loaded with Wisconsin cheddar and bacon. Well,
those are good.
aren't they great? And we have a lot of different flavors, but the bacon and cheddar I really do love. They're in the freezer section at your grocery store, okay?
Perfect.
Aren't they great?
There now.
They're really, really good. Johnsonville bacon and cheddar grillers, folks, they're outstanding. I've really loved running the Recon 2185 this year, so have you, Pete. And these boats are going to be for sale at the end of the season, and they are rigged to the hilt, aren't they?
They are rigged to the hilt, professionally rigged by John at Recon Boats, and you can buy both of these boats at the end of the year, or either of these boats at the end of the year. There's a Recon boat section on PeteMana.com, or go through your local Recon dealer.
They're going to be at a great price too, folks.
Yes.
Let us make this absolutely clear. The days of wasted casts and missed opportunities are over. New Mega Imaging takes fishing into the megahertz range for the first time, because higher frequency sonar means higher frequency of this. Without a doubt, it's the most detailed picture of the world below ever. And it's only from Humminbird.
A bass one after another, folks, one after another. I can just flip this guy in here, Josh, I think, but look at that, man.
Nice.
Look at how they're eating that. I mean, these fish are just engulfing it, and I'm using that little jerko.
Yep.
Can you get that one out without hurting them?
Yep.
Yeah, folks, this is incredible fishing, man.
How many casts in a row is that?
5. My arms are actually getting tired from catching so many fish.
That's
unbelievable. Oh, he's not even that bad. Grab him.
Nice.
There you go.
Not a bad one.
Hey, Josh, when we come up here, you usually find us a really nice place to stay. You want to thank your buddy for letting us use his cabin?
Yeah, I want to thank Mike Brown. He's got a new company called Silver Lining
Restorations. Yeah, and he's down in Dallas, Texas, and he watches our show on YouTube.
Yep,
so,
he does.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, thanks. What's his name again?
Thanks, Mike.
Mike, and what does he run?
He runs Silver Lining Restorations down in Dallas.
Yeah, take him bass fishing.
Oh, for sure.
Hey folks, it's now time to announce this week's winners of the 2017 Mills Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods Fishing Contest. This week's first winner, Michael Strom from Burlington, Wisconsin, caught this 36-inch lake trout on Lake Geneva. Bob Cruz from Sauk City, Wisconsin, boated this 31-inch walleye on Packwash Lake using a bottom bouncer. Dick Sitta from Lake City, Minnesota, caught this 15-inch perch on the Mississippi River using a teardrop. Dan Hillman from Menominee Falls boated this 52-inch muskie on Vilas County Lake using a bucktail. And this week's kids winners are Taylor Hansen from Waukesha, Wisconsin, caught this 14-inch crappie on the Rainbow Flowage using a mini mite. And Jacob Schroneberg from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, boated this 43-inch muskie on Squirrel Lake using a Black Fury. Our adult winners will receive a $25 Mills Fleet Farm gift card, and our kids winners will receive a Plano tackle box. And folks, Mills Fleet Farm has everything you need for your fishing experience, from snacks to your fishing license. Folks, Mills Fleet Farm is our fishing gear headquarters.
Oh, look at big one, John, big one.
Blake, grab that Frable. Grab that
Real
Frable,
big
Blake.
Oh boy, look at him peel.
Another giant.
It's a monster.
Oh, let's see
look
him.
at that thing.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
that,
nice,
you know,
thank you.
Matty B, our bass professor,
look at
that's
that
bigger
thing.
than anything he's ever caught. Look at the size of that thing, man.
Unreal.
Is that pushing 5?
John, this might be 6.
Oh.
I don't think he's 6, but he's close.
Oh, that is just a big old fish, buddy.
That's a monster.
No, I was just kidding about Matty B. He's, you know,
he's
he'd
got
love
some
to be
giants.
with us today, wouldn't
I
he?
know, I wish he was here.
No, that is a giant. How did Blake do on the Frable there?
Really good.
Blake,
She
get
got
the
it right
picture
in.
there. Is that as big as the one Blake got earlier?
It's probably about the same. That's another big one.
Hey, Blake, you've experienced a lot of fishing with me. What do you think of today?
Today is one of the best days of fishing I think I've ever done with you.
Yep. Well, that's because of Josh, right? What are you laughing at, Blake? What are you laughing at up there? You're giggling. You're just, it's like when I take Ryan fishing, he giggles all the time.
You gotta get the Frable.
Okay, all right, here it comes.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there's another dandy.
Nice. That's a good one.
Well, I think, you know, unbelievably, we filmed a whole show in what today, Josh?
Not very long.
No, I think we've been out here, what, 2.5 hours
I'd
at
say
the most?
about 2.5 hours.
And
yep.
fabulous fishing. And again, I want to reiterate to the folks that this fishing September, October, November is outstanding up here.
Yep, it's going to keep getting better.
Yeah. And Blake, I'll tell you what, for your first day, you did pretty good.
Well, thanks. It's been a really fun day.
Well, good, guys. Josh Teigen guides all the lakes in the Iron River area on a daily basis. For more information, give Josh a call. That number is 715-813-0575. 813-0575. Hey folks, this Stingray cutting tool is the most convenient and sharpest tool I've ever had in the boat. 30-pound braid, look at that, man, like butter. And you can also trim with this two-piece?
Yeah, you can trim tight to jigs, lures, and just, you know, it'll actually take the knot off. And again, it'll be, you know, your mono, your fluoro, whatever it is. And on up to my 130-pound test muskie line, it's going to slice it like butter.
And we never have to say, hey, Ryan, get the knife.
Yeah, get the knife, Ryan. If you fish, chances are you've used a mustad hook. That's all we use.
Mark, get him in there. Army tank Daredale. Oh, there is a big boy. I mean, I just can't believe this, folks. Oh, let's see him, buddy. Look at that. That 10 seconds, though, makes a big difference, buddy. Well, that one is a gorgeous fish. Is that pushing 3?
It's 3. We're going to weigh it.
Mustad, the world's largest manufacturer of fishing hooks. Get the point? We did. And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish yet, but we'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.
Hey, hey, dollar day!
Hey, hey, John Gillespie. Hey, 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 John Gillespie. Hey, 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 John Gillespie. He's the fishing man fishing anytime he can, yeah!